Okay, so in this session, we are going to discuss about the HTML. But before the HTML, sorry, HTL, or you can say it's a Sitely. HTL is nothing but the HTML template language, or you can also say that it is also known as a Sitely. But before, we'll see the flow of the AEM. Okay, so our AEM is designed by using this MVN pattern, MVC pattern. MVC is nothing but the model view controller. Okay, so first of all, here we have a controller. So controller is nothing but your content folder. Controller is nothing but your content folder only. After that, here we have a model. Okay, you can say second one is a view. A view is nothing but the presentation layer, and inside this only we'll use the HTL. And after that, here we have a model. So model is nothing but the backend code, or you can say your Sling model. Okay, so inside that we'll use it. So here we have a controller. So like consider I have one component that is hello world, and this is the component that's stored inside our search software us en, and here we have a jcr colon content root container. Yeah, this is the hello world we have. But if I try, if I'm using this hello world, control c, come here and just try to print this one, and just at the last we have to define the html. See, so you are getting here data. Okay, this is the data you are receiving here. But the same thing, if I'll try to access by using the apps, we know that this is the hello world also, it has present inside our apps. Inside our apps we have a search software and this component, and you will see here hello world. Okay, so now you can just try it, copy, come here and just simply try to paste it here. .html, you will receive one error that is not found. So only your controller, through this controller only you will receive the output, otherwise you won't. So that's why it's a controller, the first thing. But when I select this controller, how this information it is printing, because this is the information we have defined inside our hello world only. Inside this only we have defined, no? So how this information it is printing? So first one, now just simply come inside this content. Inside this content you will see one Sling resource type, one property we have, that is Sling resource type. Yeah, this is the property we have. The first one you can copy this. So this is nothing but your controller, and after this controller you have this resource type. So this is the resource type we have. So your controller firstly follow this resource type only. This is the resource type it will follow. So from your controller it will go to your Sling resource type, and it will go to this particular project. So here we have a search software folder project inside your apps. So inside this apps we have a search software project. Okay, and later we have a component, and inside that you will see your hello world component. So automatically inside that we have hello world.html script. So this script will execute. So once this script will execute, you will get the output. Okay, so how we can executing this script by using this HTL only. We are representing by using this HTL only. Yeah, and after that here we have a backend code. So if you need the backend, you can just simply define here, and once you have defined some backend code, this is the backend code we have to call inside our HTL, and later that this method will call in our presentation layer only. Then we will get the result like this. Okay, so HTML forms by using a two thing. First one is an attribute, and second one is your expression language. So here this expression language is nothing but your dollar curly braces open and the close. Yeah, you will see lot of attributes. So these are nothing but your attribute, just like a data slide test. Here we have a formatter is not attribute. Okay, here you see data slide use, data slide include, this resource, list, test, repeat. So these are nothing but your attributes. And after that block statement you can say, and after that if you want to define the JS logic, then you can simply define using this expression language. Got it? Okay, so first of all, the stand of the HTL is HTML template language, and it was introduced in 6.0 by the Adobe. Second thing, so mainly we'll use, instead of JSP, we knows that we'll change the extension from JSP to HTML. Why we are changing from JSP to HTML? Because Adobe has introduces one language, that is HTL. Okay, and this language is embedded with your HTML only, not to your JSP. So that's why we'll use this HTML. That's why we'll change the extension from JSP to HTML. And it's very easy. There is no need to learn about the learn about the Java. This is the part of the Java only. So there is no need to learn this JSP. Okay, and it's clearly separate the presentation logic and the business logic. Business is nothing but your backend code, your Java, and presentation is nothing but your HTML. So it has separated. So inside this curly braces open and the close, you can define your Java logic, and if you are not defining here, that means this is your presentation logic. That's it. So it has separated. Here you see, using this HTML, it has separated. Another thing, it is secure. The advantages is it is secure. So it has a comment. Okay, and when you will see that comments, now just this is my page, right click it and view page source. So all the code you are seeing, if it is a comment, if it is a comment also present here, you see the comment as well. Yeah, but this is not a good. We have commented, that means some information is there and we don't want to see by the others. Okay, so if it is like that, then you can use the HTL comments. Using HTL comments, you can hide these steps. We can develop the code easily, efficiently, and it will reduce the cost. Okay, because because the presentation and the business logic, it is separated, and there is no need to define the we don't require Java code. We don't need to learn about the Java. Yeah, that's it. After that, it's just simple types of language. This HTL, you can consider this is nothing but the language. And when we'll talk about the language, we know that we have to define the variable. Is it? We have to define the variable. You will see the literals, and here we have a data types, and make sure that it is supporting to the boolean, number, string, and the array. But here we don't have a date. Okay, here we don't have a date. So if we want to support to this date, we have formatter. So we have a formatter. We have to use the formatter. So once you will use the format, you will get this date. Okay. So if you try to get this date without formatter, then only you will receive the reference. You will only receive one object, the big object you will receive. Then we'll use the format and we'll reduce this. Okay. Here after that we have a operator. Okay. We have logical operator, ternary operator, comparison, and the grouping and the relational operators. Okay, and in the optional we can mention these things. Okay, so firstly we'll discuss about the, see, this is the operator. What we can say, operator is an operator, but where we'll define inside the conditions only. Yeah, mostly we'll use this operator in a condition, so we need some attributes for defining the condition. So here we have a data slide test. We have a data slide test. Okay, before that you can just simply come here and just try to define the logic. In this CRXD, we have a components, and this is nothing but our hello world. So this is our hello world component. Now just close this all the stuffs. Okay, here I am using one div and data slide test. So this is the test I am defining, and whenever you will use the test, that means condition you are defining. So this is the expression language we need inside our inside our double quotes. Inside our double quotes, we have to define this expression language. Now you can mention here if. Now my logic is, now I am going to my page sites. Okay, so here we have a lot. You can test properties. Now here I'm using a properties. So if you want to access the JCR title and something just like a JCR descriptions, or sling colon resource type. So all these things are what the properties only. Okay, so they have already created one global object that is nothing but this properties. If you want to access the properties, you can simply use this properties object. And after that, here I have used properties.jci title is equals to test. So if your JCI title is equals to test, then you will receive this code. Whatever code you have defined inside this div, it has open and it has closed. So you will see the output. You will print this date. After that, here, if it is not equal, if this JCI title is not equal, then you will receive this not test. Okay. After that, here we have, if consider the, if you need the length of the title, you need more than 10. Okay, more than 3 characters you need, then you can simply define inside these properties. We have one property that is jcr colon title, and the length should be more than 3 I need. Then you can use this. Again, we have here the data slide test properties and jcr title, and it should be greater than or equal to this 0. Then you will receive this code. This is the text you will receive. And after that, they have defined one variable, and inside this max length they have defined some, you can say, some number they have defined, and after that you can just call this number here. So this time the properties jci title length greater than this number. So here they have defined the max length, it may be a 10 or something. Okay, then you will get this output. We have to refresh once. Is this our hello world? Now just try to add once. We have closed it, no? Save the changes. Refresh from here once. Refresh from here once. Yeah. Now we are not saying, and when you will try to insert it, now you will receive the error. Not even an error. Okay, that's nice. Yeah. Oh shit. Got it, got it, got it. Save the changes. Come here. Now you are seeing this hello world component. So this is the hello world component you are saying. Here we don't have CQ dialog. CQ dialog is there. Then why it's not opening? Or CQ dialog is not opening. Refresh it once. Yeah, till now we'll do one thing. Here inside this CQ dialog, we have a lot of properties. Okay, so we'll simply try to access it. Properties dot, what is our property? Inside this content we have to come expand it, and now here I have a date of birth. Now just simply I'm taking this f name. This is the f name I'm taking, dot f name, and again this is the div I have opened it, and here I'm just closing this div. So if user has authored the, or user has configured this f name, then only inside this div whatever I'm writing, this data should be print. Okay, so here I'm defining paragraph, and inside this paragraph you can define properties dot expiry date. This is the expiry date we have. Just open this parenthesis, that's it. Okay, save the changes, come here, refresh. Yeah, hello world, we got it. Now here we have a dollar we haven't defined. Dollar we need dollar. Now it's converted into an expressions. Okay, so here this is the f name we have defined it. Now you can just simply right click. Still you are not getting. We have configured it data select test and is properties dot f name. If it is configured, then we have to print this expiry date. So we have configured the expiry date now, then it won't come. Expiry date we have. Try to define some simple components. Yeah, we got this hello world 2. Why? Because this is the name we have configured it. Now just try to remove this and just try to save it. Now it has removed it. Okay, and before that it wants support to our date, so that's why our expiry date is not printing. Okay, now just try. Here we got this, and instead of this paragraph open, now you can just define here dollar curly braces properties dot, we have a last name, just try last name, and you can just simply close this paragraph, save the changes, come here and try to refresh it now. Yeah, so here I'm just defining now anything just like a Harry. Now just configure it. Now we got this, this text, paragraph text, and this last name. This is the last name, we got it. Okay, now here I need if user is not configured it. If user is not configured, then you can print this paragraph and this last name. Just save the changes, come here and configure it, and just simply, yeah, otherwise you can just type this one and just select it. You want to see this hello world and this last name. Now you can try to unconfigure. See, now you got this hello world and the Potter. Okay, this is a single, this is not equals to. Now I just want to define more than one property, and it should be true and another should be true. Then we have to use the AND operator. Is it? We have to use the AND operator, and here properties dot last name. Here I'm just mentioning last name. So both should be configured. Then only you will receive this data. Otherwise you won't. Then only you will see this data in your page, in your component. Here I am adding in the last name, but I'm not adding in the first. Now just try to do it. We are not getting. Configure again, and here first name this type. Now we got it. That's it. Okay, after that, now what I'm doing here is, this is the paragraph tag I have opened, properties dot jci colon created. somewhere you will see here, somewhere where it is, it's not there. Yeah, so last modified we have JCR colon last modified. Copy this one simply. JCR, save the changes, come here and refresh it. Harry and Potter both we have selected, but still date it's not coming. Date we knows that if it is possible, sometimes it will throw the reference. One big reference it will throw. Okay, but in our case it's not showing anything. So let's try the formatter. Okay, so here we have a formatter. Okay, this is the formatter we have. If you have only one value, then you can simply use there. Okay, so last modified, we need this last modified in this format. So here I'm just defining year, after that month, and after that day. Okay, of we have to define here, mistakenly I define here, paste it. So I need this last modified in the form of year, month, and the date. But here we have to define the formatter. So how we can use format like this? Okay, equals to. In this way you can mention it, save the changes, come here and try to refresh it now. Yeah, we got this date. So how we are getting? So we have to use the formatter. We already knows that it will support to your number, it will support to the string, it will support to your boolean and the array as well, but it won't support to your date format. So we have to use the formatter. We have to use the formatter. So now you have a two conditions. Now consider you have a two. Okay, and in this format you have to add there. Okay, so this is nothing but your placeholder. Okay, so first value what we have a title, and second one we have a description. So this title will go inside this 0th index and this description will go to the first index. Let's try. So here I'm just in single quotes, I'm just defining component. So here you can define the 0th index, out of here you can define the first index. Yeah, that's it. After that here we have to define the dollar format, and here we have to define the array. Now here I'm defining JCR colon title, so we have to take it by using this properties. Somewhere we have a JCR colon title, otherwise we'll take the first name, f name, comma, and second properties dot last name. Save the changes. Save the changes. Is everything done? Okay. Refresh it. Yeah. Component Harry, out of Potter. So this is nothing but your first name and this one is our last name. If you need more than one, you can define like this if you want to format it. Okay. And here another thing, like if you want anyone from this both, if you want anyone needs to true, then you can simply use or. Okay. You can use simply or. Yeah. Now I'm not taking this. So we knows that what is the name we have given there? Harry, is it? Okay. So I am saying here, if this is the Harry we have. Okay. So right now I am defining like this. So what I'm saying, if here this in is nothing but the operator only. Okay. So inside that we are mentioning if inside this f name we have a Harry, then you can execute this code, otherwise you won't. Save the changes. Now you can perform the same operations for the string as well, character, or for the array as well. Is up to you. Now come here and refresh it. Yeah, we are getting. Why? Because of now we have a Harry there. Now instead of Harry, you can just define something else. See, it's gone. Now again you can try with Harry. Again we got it. Easy? Easy, I think so. Now here we have a properties. So we have a global objects. So this is for the properties, and here we have a page properties, that means for the page related, and at the last we have a inherited page properties. So these are the objects of your value map. So we have one class, that is value map, and they have created this out of the box object. That is nothing but the global objects only. So we'll see these three now. So come here, we have already discussed. So if you need the properties, okay, if you need the this particular resource properties, then you can simply use this properties object. Okay, so if you need any properties from this, then you can simply use the properties object. But now I just want to take the inherited page properties, sorry, page properties. I just want it. So what is this? These are the nodes. These are the nodes only, where we are using this hello world inside our en page. So that means whenever you need page related page related information, then you can simply use the page properties. Okay, page properties we have to use. Now from here I need a jcr colon title. So this is the jcr colon title I need. Then you can simply come here, page properties dot jcr colon title. Save the changes, come here and try to refresh. Yeah, you will get here en. See, inside this jcr colon content, in the jcr title, what we have a en only, so that's why we got the en. But in the inherited page properties, now I'm just writing the inherited page properties. Copy this, inherited page properties. It's a inherited page properties. Just come here and just try to refresh. Again you will get the en. Again you will get the en only. Okay, why we are getting? If directly, first of all, it's taking a page related properties, this inherited page properties, it will take the page related properties. But consider this is the jcr title, they haven't mentioned it, or this property we don't have. So this is the property we don't have. Then what it will does? So it will take the properties from this us. Okay, because this is the inherited versions of this en. Okay, so this en is inherited by this us, and after that this is the us have a search software folder. So like that it will flow. Now just save the changes, come here and try to refresh. Now in this case what we will get? us. We'll get the us, no? But here we don't have anything. Why? Because we have removed that one. Okay, now first of all, we know that this data slide use. Why we use the data slide use? So first of all, we know that in our Java, how we can create the object. So this is your class name. First of all, this is our class name. Later that will create the object equals to new, and again we'll define the constructor. Yeah, this is the class constructor will define. Like this way we'll create. But in our HTML, and you have created, this is the class in some package. Okay, so if you want to create the object in the HTL, you have to use data slide use. This is the data slide use, we have to use it. Okay, and after that how we can create, so simply double quotes, and inside this double quote you have to mention the package name and the class name. You have to mention the package name and the class name. In this way also we can call to the backend code to our Sling model or somewhere. Okay, so here we have to mention the package and after that student, so it will create the object for this. Here we have to mention the object, so you can mention it anything. Now I'm giving this object, that means all your variables and the methods will store inside this object. Now you, if you want to access, you have to access through this obj dot get method. If you have a method, then you have to access like this. Okay, so we knows the rule. So if you are calling some method, you have to remove this get and make this m small. That's it. In this way we'll perform. Later here we have a data slide include. This is the data slide include we have. Okay, so what does it mean by the data slide include? Now data slide include, now consider you have a file, and inside this file you have some separated data, just like a ul. Inside the ul you have a lot of list, just like a home or something, lot of list you have. Okay, list data you have. It may be a 1, it may be a 2, it may be a 3. So these types of data you have, and you have separated, that means you have created this data in separate file, and this is the file you want to add in your hello world. In your hello world or your current file you want to add it, then we have to simply use this data slide include. Now just try this. Yeah, you can create here, create ul.html. Okay, otherwise sample.html. People will define the content.html. Oh, we have to refresh. Yes, now we got this. Now just try to define here ul unordered list. After that you can define the list here. So first one is the part of the HTML. Okay. Now if I want to print after this us, so it's not possible because we haven't called it. We have to call no. And how we can call inside this hello world? Because this is the sample.html is not printing. Why? Because what is the name of our node? Hello world. So it will try to find out these types of script only with the same name. So here we have this hello world.html, but inside this hello world.html we haven't mentioned our, we haven't called our sample.html. So we have to call. How we can call it? So you can simply mention here div something data slide include, data slide include, and here we have to include our sample.html. That's it. Now you can close this. Save the changes. Save the changes. Come here and try to refresh. Now here we got 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is unordered list. So that's why we got in a dots, these circles. After that, here we have a data slide resource. This is nothing but the data slide resource. Now here we have my hello world component, and inside this hello world component, now I just want to add the buttons. Now consider somewhere we have a buttons. It may be, yeah, this is the button we have. Now I just want it, and inside this button maybe now this button is inheriting by using a out of the box component, but inside this out of the box component we have a CQ dialogues and everything, CQ dialog, edit config and JS and everything. Now I need this. So how we can get this component inside your hello world? Okay, so for that we have to use the data slide resource. We have to use the data slide resource. Come here, div, and here we have to define data slide resource. That's it. double quotes, dollar curly braces open, and here you have to mention this is the div I'm closing here only. Okay, here you can mention. So first of all, you have to define the name. Why? Because of here we have a content search software US EN. Yeah, here we have a hello world. Okay, so is that component will store inside this only? No, it won't store. So it will store somewhere inside this hello world, not inside the properties of the hello world. So for that we have to define the name. So initially here only we have to define the name. So here I'm defining button. After that at the rate, and we have to use the resource type. Resource type we have to use single quotes, and later that you have to mention what you want. We need a button. So copy this button. This is the button. We have to copy simply, come here and paste it. Here we don't need. Save the changes. Come here and try to refresh. Yeah, we got the button as well. But this button, see, this is the button. It has present inside our, yeah, inside our hello world component only. Now you can click here, configure it. Once you will configure, give the text. So here I'm just simply mentioning button only. You can just mention the path. So once you will click there, where it will go. So this is the EN you can select. That's nice. Accessibility, everything is done. Now save the changes. See, you got the button. Now you can go inside the preview and click on it. So once you will click, you will go to your EN page. Okay. Now come here. It has created or not. We have to come here and we have to right click and try to refresh. See, it has created this button, and inside this button we have a title, and once you will click on this button, where it will go? So inside this link. So this is the link it has stored in this link properties. Yeah, and this is the button it has created using this resource type that we have mentioned here. This is the resource type we have mentioned it, and this is the path, the same path we have here. Okay. That's right, that's right. And we have a data slide unwrap. We have a data slide unwrap now. So come here and just simply try to inspect it. Try to inspect it. Now, first of all, here what we have uses one div. Okay. And inside this div, what we have defined? Condition. This is the condition we have defined. If it is a true, still it's not storing inside this div. Yeah, it is not storing in our div, and if it is a false, still it's not storing in our div. Okay, we are just simply defining here condition. So but when you will come here and you have inspected, when you will inspect, yeah, see, this is the hello world and everything it is storing inside this div, but we don't want this div. Why? Because we don't have inside this div anything, no, not attribute or not data or something. So why we needed this? It has taking our space and some little memory. Yeah, so how we can remove this? You can simply come here and you can define here data slide unwrap. You can simply define data slide unwrap. Now just come here and try to refresh it. This EN it's opening. Let it be about this. What we have. Okay. Now the same thing. Here we have a, I have defined there firstly div and after that I have defined some condition, and at the last I have defined their data fly unwrap. Is it unwrap? Instead of that, you no need to define this one data fly unwrap. You can just simply, instead of this div, you can define one element, that is slide. This is the this one is related to our HTL. So instead of div, you can just simply define the slide. Okay, but it has uploaded now. Come here. This is our hello world. Go to the preview, and again you can just simply click over it. Oh, still it has created. Okay, I have defined here data fly unwrap. Just try to remove this. Just try to remove this, and instead of that, you can just simply define here slide. Where is that slide closing here? Again, it's take time. Yeah, in this case, it has removed. See, this is a hello world component. It's not coming under any div now. This is the hello world 2, and this all the stuff separately it has coming. Okay, this time we don't have any div tag, so you can simply use here slide. You can simply use that slide. Okay, and at the last we have a lot. We'll discuss this list and the repeat tomorrow, but now we'll discuss about the template and the call. We have a template and the call. Let's write. So here, come here, and after that slide, data slide, template, and you can just create one. Here I'm closing this slide, and you can any mention. You can mention here function name. So this is the data slide template, is nothing but your function only. Okay, if you want to define the function, then you can simply use this attribute, that is data slide template. This is the block statement we have to use, and after that if you want to call somewhere, you can simply use data slide call. That's it, data slide call we have to use. Now come here and just try to define something. Paragraph, first name, first name, and here something like fish, the last. That's okay. Paragraph we have closed. Yeah, this two we want to print it, but where? This time I need here inside this. So just simply we have to use the slide data slide call. This is the data slide call we have to use, double quotes, dollar curly braces, and you can simply mention here function name. Close this slide. Okay, instead of this slide we can use div, because slide we have already defined there. It will close. Okay, we got the error. We got the error. Try to remove these double quotes. Now go there and try to refresh it. What happened? Everything is good, no? What is the condition we have defined? We are getting the error. Now try to remove this. Okay, okay. I think so. Here we have open. This is the div, and here we have closed this div. It's not a good. Okay, that's good. Div try div there. Data slide template. Create a specific object. Data slide call. Name is not calling. Yeah, we got it. This is the first name and this is the last name. Okay. Now I just want the same thing twice. So you can simply copy this. We know that function we use for the reusability purpose. So you can save the changes here. You have to define only once and you can call multiple times. You can call multiple times. Yeah. Here at the first and at the last also we got this first name. Yeah. And the same thing we can pass the parameter as well. So here this is the non-parameter. Without parameter I have passed here, but if you want to pass the parameter, then come here equals to dollar, and here you have to pass the first name. This is nothing but our parameter. First name, you can pass anything in the first name, comma, here we have a last name. Okay, this is the thing. Initial at the rate we have defined. We have to define the double quotes here, dollar curly braces, close the curly braces. Yeah, the first name and the last name we have passed. Now you can come here, dollar curly braces. You have to remove this. you can mention here first name, and after that paragraph close. Okay, so we have just simply assigning this first name to this first name and the last name to this last name, but we haven't passed it till it. We haven't passed it. So how we can pass? So we have to, when we will call that time only we have to pass. Okay, so here we have called to this particular author for function name and mention this dollar, and here we have a first name. To this first name we have to assign something. Okay, so this first name I'm just simply assigning, yes, and after that comma, and we have a last name, so it should be same. So L is in capital. That's it. Save it. Come here and try to refresh. Again we got the error. Something went wrong. Yeah, this one. This is the div. Light number, which line number? Huh. We have to define the, yeah, closing tag we have to define. I haven't defined. That's okay. Yes. Function call to the function name, and after again we can refresh. Yeah. Here we got the coverage thing, but what's about that one first? Here we are getting the empty, because first of all, firstly it will call to this particular. So when we have call it no to this particular function, directly it came here and it's printed this first name and the last name, because we don't have the parameter here in the line number 1. So the same thing we have to pass the parameter here as well. So you can simply pass here at the rate the first name, and after that you can pass anything, single quotes. It should be in a single quote, search comma, and the last name L capital, single quotes, and after that save the changes. Come here and try to refresh it. See, now we got the search software solutions, and here at the last we got this Kabir thing.